So I just finished listening to The Great Gatsby, and interestingly, I never actually read it in high school, which is where normally a lot of people read The Great Gatsby. It's part of your high school curriculum, but I never read it. And then, as you saw, or maybe not have saw, I was unexpectedly invited to my middle school's trip to see the Broadway show, The Great Gatsby. And of course, I'm like, I've never read it, so I probably should. So I downloaded the audiobook from my local library so I could listen to it on the trip there and back. Didn't quite happen, but I did end up listening to it eventually. And I do understand why it's a classic. You definitely have the tale of coming from nothing up to become something, but also how that can all just be ripped away in just a moment. And it's very well shown in several places in the book. Also, how you can be surrounded by people, but still feel so lonely, even in a room of crowded people. I found the comparison between the Broadway show and the book very interesting because obviously the Broadway show cannot cover everything in the book. They have to, modify things, one, for the stage, and two, for the time. Like the timing of the musical, it's only 2 hours and a half max. So you do see how they change scenes or move scenes in the book in the show to make the Broadway musical flow more smoothly. Of course, they add songs and dances, which were absolutely fabulous. All of the main leads were amazing. I got to watch Sarah Hyland, which was so cool because I've seen her in Modern Family, but she can sing. Holy moly, can she sing? She was amazing. So I did find the changes that they made from the book to the musical very interesting. So, for example, one of the changes that they made is in the character of Jordan. In the book, to me, she was more aloof. She was more of a side character. She was, Nick's love interest, but she really wasn't as big of a presence, I feel like, where in the musical, she is a huge presence. She's very important to the plot. She has an amazing song and dance number, which is amazing. If you've seen commercials, Jordan's character is the main person singing in the party number. So I felt like she was more important to the plot in the musical than she was in the book. You also get a couple of scenes that you don't get in the book because the book is fully from Nick's perspective. And they added scenes to kind of give more dynamic to the characters and their relationships to each other. But I definitely still saw how the book inspired the musical. And I did really enjoy the book. I didn't realize how short it was. I kind of knew it was short because when you see the book, it's pretty thin. I just didn't expect it to be so short for some reason because I guess when you think of classics, you think of like the big, thick books, and this is not, but it was still really enjoyable. Again, the musical was amazing. If you have a chance to go see it, 100% suggest you go see it because it was so cool. The stage was so cool. The orchestra pit was the pool. And if you read The Great Gatsby, you know the pool is important. Oh, also, they had cars on stage. That was so cool. Because the cars are important. How are you going to have The Great Gatsby if you don't have cars? Like, how? They're so important to the plot. So, either way, definitely I would suggest give the book a read if you haven't, like me, and now I have. And if you have a chance to go see the musical, highly, highly suggest you go see it because it was so good. Well, that's my review of a book and a musical because I love musicals as well. So, happy reading.